watching Republic.
Hello viewers, Republic Media Network presents R4 Sports Conclave, a premier national platform bringing together India's finest athletes, sports leaders and policymakers, from Olympic champions and elite performers to institutional voices shaping the future of Indian sports. The R4 Sports Conclave will go beyond medals to examine systems, mindsets and leadership driving India's sporting rise. This is about a mindset, infrastructure, accountability and winning the right way. Join us on 28th of January 2026 live from the Republic Media Network headquarters in Noida as we bring you powerful stories, bold conversations and an inside look at what it truly takes to build champions for India. This is the R4 Sports Conclave, shaping the future of Indian sport. Hello and welcome. You're watching 6 Stories at 6. I'm Shivangi Shukla, getting you the latest. Let's see what's making the news today. We're getting these updates because it's been called the mother of all trade deals. That's been signed. Tariffs on European cars, medical items, wine to be cut. As the historic trade deal opens up new opportunities for cooperation in diverse areas, Trump aide slams EU over trade deal. Major terror module has been busted in Gujarat. ATS says terror suspect was highly radicalized. And a huge bust in Nagaur district, Rajasthan, where 10,000 kilograms of ammonium nitrate have been recovered. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh chairs all-party meeting in New Delhi ahead of the budget session of the parliament. And at the UNSC, India blasted Pakistan for making false claims regarding Operation Sindoor. That's what we are tracking today on 6 Stories at 6. It's been called, viewers, the mother of all deals. The European Union and India have announced a landmark trade deal after nearly 2 decades of on and off talks, as both sides aim to deepen ties amid tensions with the US. It will allow free trade of goods between the bloc of 27 European states and the world's most populous country, which together make up nearly 25% of global gross domestic product and a market of 2 billion people. The pact is expected to significantly reduce tariffs and expand market access for both sides. More in this report.
Prime Minister, distinguished friend, we did it. We delivered the mother of all deals.
The landmark deal between India and the EU has finally been inked. This FTA will open up new opportunities for cooperation in diverse areas.
आज की इन उपलब्धियों के आधार पर हम अगले 5 वर्ष के लिए एक और भी एम्बिशियस और होलिस्टिक स्ट्रेटेजिक एजेंडा लॉन्च कर रहे हैं। एक जटिल वैश्विक वातावरण में ये एजेंडा स्पष्ट दिशा देगा, हमारी साझा समृद्धि को आगे बढ़ाएगा, इनोवेशन को गति देगा, सुरक्षा सहयोग और सुदृढ़ करेगा और पीपल टू पीपल टाइज को और गहरा करेगा। यहीं से एक नया युग शुरू हुआ। भारत की और यूरोपियन यूनियन की यह ऐतिहासिक समिट वही क्षण है।
The FTA broadly focused on trade, defense and security, climate change, critical technologies and strengthening the rules-based global order. The new partnership comes at a time when Europe is seeking to reduce its dependence on the US and China and deepen its diplomatic and economic ties to other regions.
In a multipolar world, the European Union and India are working together to grow spheres of shared prosperity. But prosperity does not exist without security. Strengthen our cooperation to better protect our citizens and our shared interests. Working together to counter the full range of security threats we face in the Indo-Pacific, in Europe, and around the world, reaching a new level of strategic trust between us. That is the significance of our agreement on a security and defense partnership. The first such overarching defense and security framework between India and the European Union.
The deal is expected to double EU exports to India by 2032 by eliminating or reducing tariffs in 96.6% of traded goods by value. It will also lead to savings of USD 4.75 billion in duties for European companies.
It brings together Indian skills, services, and scale with Europe's technology, capital, and innovation. It will create levels of growth that neither side can achieve alone. And by combining these strengths, we reduce strategic dependencies at a time when trade is increasingly weaponized.
The EU accord will open up India's vast and highly guarded market, with New Delhi slashing tariffs on cars to 10% over 5 years from as high as 110%.
आज 27 तारीख है। ये सुखद संयोग है कि आज ही के दिन यूरोपियन यूनियन के 27 देशों के साथ भारत ये एफटीए कर रहा है। यह एक ऐतिहासिक समझौता हमारे किसानों, हमारे छोटे उद्योगों, इसके यूरोपियन मार्केट तक पहुंच आसान बनाएगा, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में नए अवसर पैदा करेगा और हमारे सर्विसेज सेक्टर के बीच सहयोग को और प्रबल करेगा।
India is also slashing tariffs on alcoholic beverages like wines to 75% immediately from 150%, which should be lowered to 20% gradually. Tariffs on spirits will be lowered to 40%. The long-awaited free trade agreement is expected to significantly expand the overall trajectory of the two-way engagement.
The 2-decade-long EU-India trade agreement has been finally signed. A trade agreement is being widely seen as a strategic hedge against volatile US trade policies. And as India and EU have redrawn the rules of engagement, US seems to be very displeased about it. US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent attacked the India-EU free trade agreement, claiming that with this FTA, Europe will be funding the war against themselves. Here's more.
India has finally sealed a historic trade deal with the European Union today.
The time is right for renewal, for fresh momentum, and for opening a new chapter in EU-India friendship. And this is exactly what we have achieved together today. Thank you very much.
A strategic handshake at a tense global moment. The imposition of high tariffs by the US has disrupted the global flow of goods. Washington is clearly not pleased with these trade lines being redrawn. US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent attacked the India-EU free trade agreement, accusing Europe of indirectly funding the Russia-Ukraine conflict through energy trade routed via India. The senior aide to Trump said that European governments were undermining their own security stance by buying refined oil products from India. India and EU locking arms to secure strategic interests in an increasingly uncertain world.
We're not only making our economy stronger, we are also delivering security for our people in an increasingly insecure world. And today, the world's two largest economies and democracies launch their first ever security and defense partnership.
With Donald Trump rattling Europe over Greenland and threatening of slapping them with high US tariffs. India is also aiming to boost export and reduce reliance on China. The FTA is expected to help Indian exporters diversify their shipments. It will also help reduce dependence on China. As global equations shift, New Delhi and Brussels are betting on each other. With this agreement, India and the EU redraw the rules of engagement.
Gujarat ATS has foiled a major terror plot and arrested a 25-year-old man from Navsari in a case that has raised serious security concerns. The accused, Faizan Sheikh, is a tailor by profession. He is alleged to have been radicalized by extremist ideologies linked to terror outfit Al-Qaeda and Jaish-e-Mohammed. According to the ATS, Faizan falls under the lone wolf category of radicalization, has allegedly procured weapons. Arrest comes at a very sensitive time, with heightened vigilance following a recent Red Fort blast in the country. Here's more in this report. The Gujarat Anti-Terrorist Squad has arrested Faizan Sheikh, 25-year-old man, in a major terror conspiracy case. During the investigation, it was found that Faizan was allegedly radicalized by the ideologies of terror groups such as Al-Qaeda. According to officials, he had procured weapons illegally to target a specific group of individuals. In fact, the accused Faizan Sheikh has been linked to Jaish and Al-Qaeda terror module. Hailing from Rampur in UP, Faizan was arrested from Navsari, where he was living since last 3 to 4 years and was working as a tailor. The accused was influenced by Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar. Aligned with the ideology to separate Kashmir from India, he aimed to kill individuals speaking against the Paigambar group.
ATS has nabbed Faizan Sheikh, from Navsari in Gujarat. He used to be a tailor in Navsari, and he hails from Rampur area of Uttar Pradesh. Now let me tell you, there are several major facts for the case, but the major ones being that he was operating an Instagram account called Al Faizan Gaza. He was planning to execute targeted killing in the state of Uttar Pradesh, and that's the reason he had procured 1 pistol and 6 live cartridges. These are the ammunition. Right now they are seized from his belongings, but investigation will take its course and we'll get to know what more planning was he doing on.
Sunil Joshi, DIG from Gujarat ATS, revealed that he was radicalized through social media and other online platforms.
गुजरात एटीएस के डीवाईएसपी श्री हर्ष उपाध्याय को एक इन्फॉर्मेशन मिली कि एक फैजान नाम का बंदा है जो मूल रामपुर यूपी का रहने वाला है और अभी लगभग 3-4 साल से नवसारी में रह रहा है। वो दर्जी के व्यवसाय में शामिल है। ये जो बंदा है ये ऐसे लोगों को आइडेंटिफाई करता है जो उसके हिसाब से पैगंबर के विरुद्ध कुछ बोलते हैं। इन लोगों की इन्फॉर्मेशन कलेक्ट करके बहुत सारे ग्रुप्स में भेजता है, वेपन भी कलेक्ट कर रहा है, इनको मर्डर करने का ये प्लान बनाता रहता है। साथ ही साथ जैसे मोहम्मद और अलकायदा के बहुत सारे चैनल से जुड़ा हुआ है, खास करके मुफ्ती मसूद अजहर और रऊफ असगर को काफ़ी ज़्यादा फॉलो करता है। ये उनके कहने पे अगर उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की तरफ से इसे इंस्ट्रक्शन मिले तो एक विशाल जो जिहाद की परिकल्पना है, इसमें जुड़ करके कश्मीर में जो जिहाद है उसमें भी जुड़ने की इच्छा रखता है।
Security agencies say the arrest is a major success, especially at a time when vigilance remains extremely high following recent terror incidents, including the Red Fort blast. The arrest is being seen as part of Gujarat ATS's continued efforts to identify and neutralize radicalized individuals and prevent terror-related activities before they can be executed. It was a major security breakthrough just before Republic Day. Rajasthan police has made a biggest explosives seizure this year. Acting on specific intelligence, in Nagaur district. They recovered 10,000 kilograms of ammonium nitrate from a farmhouse located inside a forest area. Explosives are suspected to be used for both legal and illegal mining. They were seized during a joint operation, and one accused has been arrested in connection with this case. The timing of the recovery has heightened security concerns, prompting the central agencies to step in. Here's more.
Ahead of Republic Day, Rajasthan police thwarted a potential security threat by seizing a huge cache of explosive material. The Rajasthan police seized nearly 10,000 kilograms of explosive material from a remote farm in Nagaur district and arrested one person in connection with the recovery. 10,000 kilograms of ammonium nitrate was packed in 187 sacks.
पीछे आप ये फार्म हाउस कह लीजिए, इस जगह से ही वो 9,550 किलो अमोनियम नाइट्रेट बरामद किया गया। को याद होगा कि दिल्ली लाल किले के बाहर जो ब्लास्ट हुआ उसमें भी अमोनियम नाइट्रेट का इस्तेमाल किया गया था, लेकिन वो बहुत कम मात्रा का अमोनियम नाइट्रेट था क्योंकि फरीदाबाद जो कि दिल्ली से सटा हुआ है वहां से तकरीबन 3,000 किलो अमोनियम नाइट्रेट बरामद किया गया। किस कारण से यहाँ पर लाया गया ये अपने आप में सवाल खड़े कर रहा है, लेकिन इस विंडो के बाहर से ही मैं पढ़ पा रहा हूँ कि एक्सप्लोजिव इस कार्टून के ऊपर लिखा हुआ है। देखिए EXPLOSIVE एक्सप्लोजिव बाहर से लिखा हुआ है और इन्हीं कार्टून्स के जरिए वो डेटोनेटर अंदर रखे गए थे। इसी कार्टून के जरिए अमोनियम नाइट्रेट जो है वो रखा गया था और इन्हीं कार्टून और अलग अलग आप देखेंगे अंदर आपको बोरियां रखी हुई नजर आएंगी। और इसी जगह पर जब पुलिस पहुंचती है, रेड्स कंडक्ट करती है, तो यहां से हजारों संख्या में जो अमोनियम नाइट्रेट है उसकी बरामदगी की गई।
The accused, 58-year-old Suleiman Khan, was arrested from the spot. Police say he has 3 previous criminal cases against him. During interrogation, the accused claimed that the large quantity of ammonium nitrate was meant for mining purposes. In an exclusive report by Republic, it was found that Suleiman used to bring ammonium nitrate in the vehicle in the dark of night so that no one would suspect anything.
नागौर के एक सुनसान जगह पर सुलेमान जिस गाड़ी से अमोनियम नाइट्रेट इकट्ठा करता था वो तस्वीरें भी मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा ताकि आप समझ पाएंगे कि कॉन्स्पिरेसी जिसको बोला जा रहा है उसके पीछे तमाम फैक्ट्स है। ये गाड़ी आप देख रहे हैं बोलेरो गाड़ी है और इसी गाड़ी का इस्तेमाल जो है वो अमोनियम नाइट्रेट को लाने के लिए किया जाता था और इसी गाड़ी में रखकर सुलेमान अमोनियम नाइट्रेट को लेकर फार्म हाउस में पहुंचता था और धीरे धीरे करके उसने तकरीबन 9,550 किलो अमोनियम नाइट्रेट जो है वो इकट्ठा कर लिया। आप देखेंगे पीछे सामान रखने की पूरी जगह है और इस गाड़ी का इस्तेमाल करके वो इस फार्म हाउस तक अमोनियम नाइट्रेट को लेकर पहुंचता था। हालांकि सुलेमान से पूछताछ में उसने बताया कि वो माइनिंग के लिए ये सभी जो चीजें हैं वो इकट्ठी कर रहा था।
When asked Suleiman about the reason behind having such amount of ammonium nitrate, he stated that he had it for mining purposes. The joint operation was carried out by Thavla Police and the district special team under senior supervision.
इन्वेस्टिगेशन को और बेहतर गति प्रदान करने के लिए एक स्पेशल इन्वेस्टिगेशन टीम का जिला स्तर पर गठन किया गया है जिसको एडिशनल एसपी हेडक्वार्टर जो हैं वो लीड करेंगे। ओवरऑल इन्वेस्टिगेशन के फॉरवर्ड और बैकवर्ड लिंकेजेस को हम स्थापित करने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं कि इसको एक्सप्लोसिव्स को कहाँ से सोर्स किया गया था और कहाँ पर सप्लाई किया जाना था।
Officials say ammonium nitrate has been used in major blast cases like the Red Fort blast, making the timing of the seizure ahead of Republic Day particularly serious. Central agencies have been alerted and a wider probe is underway to trace the source and intended use of the explosives.
Now, ahead of the budget session of the Parliament, the government has convened an all-party meeting to discuss the legislative agenda and ensure smooth functioning of both houses. A customary meeting was chaired by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. During the meeting, the opposition parties raised concerns and flagged issues that they want discussed in Parliament. However, the government maintained that several of these issues have already been discussed. The budget session will begin on January 28th. Here's a report as we count down to the budget.
The government today convened the all-party meeting ahead of the budget session of Parliament. Union Defence Minister Rajnath Singh chaired the meeting. Leader of the House in Rajya Sabha, J.P. Nadda, Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju, Ministers of State for Parliamentary Affairs Arjun Ram Meghwal and Dr. L. Murugan were present at the occasion. During the session, the government rejected the opposition's demands for discussions on the VBG Ramji Act as well as on the SIR in the budget session of Parliament beginning tomorrow at the all-party meet.
Last time, many political parties, in fact all the opposition parties, had demanded a discussion on SIR and government had expanded the scope. We had taken up the election reforms where the SIR issue was also been included. And thorough marathon discussion took place in both the houses, in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. All the honourable members were given ample time. In fact, parties exhausted their energy to complete the time and duration given. And thereafter, if they seek another debate discussion, that will be uncalled for because thoroughly this was discussed. There are many issues in the country, but as I said, this session is devoted to budget.
Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju stated the two issues had already been debated by both houses.
My sincere appeal on behalf of the government to all the honourable members that in our parliamentary democracy, we have been elected to speak, to represent on behalf of the people, to speak for the people. So we must, while exercising our right to speak, we also have duty to listen to the members of other political parties so that our parliamentary democracy can continue to function with full vibrancy.
During the meeting, opposition members also objected to the non-circulation of government business for the session. But responding to the opposition, Kiran Rijiju added that this is not an important issue and running the House smoothly remains the focus. The session comes at a time when the opposition Congress is conducting a nationwide campaign against the Viksit Bharat Guarantee for Rozgar and Ajivika Mission Act, which replaces the UPA-era Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. The budget session will formally begin on 28th of January, setting the stage for key legislative business in the days ahead.
India has launched a comprehensive counter-attack against Pakistan at the UNSC with the permanent representative ambassador slamming Islamabad for peddling lies, attempting to legitimize terrorism and repeatedly breaking its global commitment. At the UNSC, India countered Pakistan's remarks, asserting that the council members driven by a singular obsessive goal, which is to inflict damage upon India and its citizens. Take a look. Pakistan's comments over India's Operation Sindoor has earned a strong and vehement retort. At the UNSC, India's permanent representative to the UN issued a strongly worded statement where he accused the Pakistani envoy of advancing a false and self-serving account of Operation Sindoor in May last year.
India's actions were measured, non-escalatory and responsible, and focused on dismantling the terrorist infrastructure and disabling terrorists. Till 9th of May, Pakistan was threatening more attacks on India. But on the 10th of May, the Pakistani military called our military directly and pleaded for a cessation to the fighting. The destruction caused to multiple Pakistani air bases by the Indian operation, including images of destroyed runways and burnt-out hangars, are in the public domain. We have heard talk from the representative of Pakistan about the new normal. Let me reiterate again that terrorism can never be normalized as Pakistan wishes to do.
He slammed Pakistan's tolerance for continued use of terrorism as an instrument of state policy.
It is not normal to tolerate Pakistan's continued use of terrorism as an instrument of state policy. This hallowed chamber cannot become a forum for Pakistan to legitimize terrorism. We will do whatever required to protect and ensure the safety and security of our citizens.
And he mocked the irony in the fact that Pakistan, which is an elected member of the UN Security Council, has a single-point agenda to harm my country and my people.
Finally, the application of international rule of law calls for consistency, objectivity and predictability with no double standards. I now respond to the comments of the representative of Pakistan, an elected member of the Security Council, which has a single point agenda to harm my country and my people.
This response reiterates New Delhi's stance. Pakistan's false claims and acts of terrorism will not be tolerated. And viewers, that's all we have on 6 Stories at 6. But do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. We will become live and breaking for you, getting you all the top updates on India's #1 news network, Republic TV. Stay tuned.